Across Victoria, people with a disability will receive services and support under a new national scheme. The National Disability Insurance Scheme, or NDIS, replaces a complex mix of state and Commonwealth programs and provides certainty for all Australians under 65 years of age living with a disability. For people over 65, the Australian Government runs My Aged Care, which provides a range of services to support you once the NDIS commences in your area. Until that time, the Victorian Government will continue to provide some services. The NDIS aims to improve services and support to people with a disability and their carers.
The person at the centre of the funded supports that they need. The person will have choice and control over the supports, how they'll access the supports and how they'll manage those supports. And because it's an insurance scheme, every Australian has the assurity that if they would acquire a disability or they already have a disability, that the NDIS is there to give them the supports they will need to get on and live their lives.
The NDIS came choice, an opportunity to do the things that he wanted to do. Things like cooking classes, not just with a disability support group, cooking classes in the Jamie Oliver.
I've become very positive about everything, so much so that my health has improved quite a large amount.
How do people access the NDIS? Well, there is an access criteria. So there's an age criteria, so people need to be under the age of 65. There's a residence criteria, so people need to be Australian citizens or permanent residents. And of course, there's a disability criteria. So people have to have a permanent disability or a disability that's likely to be permanent, and that disability must have a significant functional impact on their daily life.
I'm a mother of 5. My youngest 2 children both have disabilities. My daughter Lindy, who is 22, has Down syndrome, and my son Josh, who is just about 17, is on the autism spectrum. And I also have a husband, had a stroke, which has left him with a left side weakness and some brain deficits. So ours has now become an interesting household where we have multiple disabilities.
We work on developing a plan, and the plan will have access to a whole range of supports that a person needs, personal care, any of those therapies, any of those supports that the person needs to get on and meet their goals and aspirations and live their ordinary life. That's what the NDIS is there to provide support for.
And he's been able to take responsibility for some of the things that he used to do that he was prevented to do, like going to the pharmacy and getting his own medication, taking Lindy down to have a swim lesson and things like that. So we're much more of a natural family.
We know there's going to be more demand under the NDIS, so we need service providers to emerge, to diversify, to go into areas that they haven't been into before, because it's really important that NDIS participants have access to vibrant markets that they can choose from.
So our world's gone from a very small place where we carried a really heavy load of responsibility. It was very lonely, it was very isolated. Our world's a much, much bigger place. He's become our teacher instead of our child with a disability.
We're building the capacity of people with disability to engage in society, to engage in workforce and to break down any of those stereotypes or barriers that can be done. To make sure that people with disability in this country have the same opportunity that all Australians have.
There's so many things I'd like to say to people who haven't yet experienced NDIS. It's new, it's big, it's scary because it's unknown. It's different to how things have been done in the past, but I truly believe it's better. It's better for everyone. It's about choice, it's about options, and don't be afraid of what you might lose. Start to dream about what you might gain.
Contact the National Disability Insurance Scheme if you are under 65 years of age. Contact My Aged Care if you are over 65 years of age. For more information, visit betterhealth.vic.gov.au/disability.